Hey y'all, let's do a quick recap of Christmas 2022 just in case you guys didn't catch my story. Listen, we had a time at the Brass residence. Y'all know I was cooking up everything but the kitchen sink. Christmas Eve, I started my family off with baked king crabs, shrimp skewers, asparagus, and jasmine rice. My mom was over, and what better opportunity to spoil my mom other than Christmas, right? I drizzled my asparagus with my infused garlic oil, seasoned with my rosemary basil sea salt, popped them in the oven, and they turned out delicious. Now, y'all know I had to make an amazing butter sauce for my king crab. I melted some butter, chopped some parsley. I also added some of my seafood seasoning, some of my amazing and bold lemon pepper seasoning, and I also added some of my Cajun boil. Now, although we're not boiling the crab, I wanted them to have a nice kick, and what better way than my Cajun boil? So I mixed everything together and poured the sauce onto my king crab. Now notice I cut an opening on the top of each of my crabs so that my sauce can generously go inside each crab shell and cook amazingly with all the flavors from my butter, the seasonings, and everything. I also went back over it with some minced garlic because I wanted the garlic to cook also in the oven along with the other seasonings and butter. While my crabs was baking, I started on my shrimp. I drizzled a little of my infused lemon oil and used some of the same seasonings on my shrimp, my seafood seasoning, as well as my lemon pepper seasoning. Now, instead of baking these, I decided to put these on a skewer and grill these on my cast iron grill. And let me tell you, they turned out amazingly delicious and flavorful. Look at the grill marks. I couldn't be happier the way Christmas Eve dinner turned out. I mean, this is just a five-star meal prepared right here in the presence of my home. And since my mom was visiting, she was served first. Y'all, the smile on my mom's face when I served her this amazing dinner really melted my heart. My mom enjoyed everything. If you guys know my mom, she's a foodie like myself. And it just really made me happy enjoying this special moment around this delicious food with my mom. Now let's fast forward to Christmas Day, baby, because you know your girl got in the kitchen and made some Tuscan salmon. That's right, I seasoned my salmon with Tuscan seasoning. I also seasoned it with my garlic pepper and pan-seared it in my infused lemon oil until they were a perfect, beautiful color. That's right, just like this here. I served my salmon with an amazing Alfredo pesto sauce and served this to my mom while my gumbo was cooking on the stove. Now, because gumbo take a little time, y'all, I had to serve my mom something while the gumbo was cooking. So I served mini meals until the grand finale, which was the gumbo, was ready. Now, when I handed her and my daughter their plates, I immediately told them, don't eat too much because up next is seafood deviled eggs. That's right. Seafood deviled eggs, y'all. Girl, Brass was cooking. So with my deviled eggs, I used the egg yolk, I used crab meat, chipotle sauce, some sweet pickle relish, mayo, and I seasoned it with my all-time favorite garlic pepper from my spice line. Once everything was all mixed together, baby, I served my people seafood deviled eggs. Do you hear me? Seafood deviled eggs topped with Tuscan salmon and Tuscan shrimp. Baby, my mama was in heaven. Listen, the smiles on her face every time I prepared something and brought it to her really, like I told y'all, warmed my heart. This was one of the best Christmas ever. And baby, let me tell y'all, the grand finale was one to be reckoned with. Seafood gumbo, baby. Listen, I'm talking blue crab, Dungeness crab, shrimp, two type of sausages, chicken, crawfish tails, y'all. Another successful Christmas in the books at the Brass house. I took a shower, poured me a glass of wine, and sat by my fireplace. And that's the recap of Christmas 22 by Brass Cuisine.